What is up, my thick-ass MILFs? You ready for Spawn issue number 159? Let's go. Obviously, as we know, the Mother of Existence is the true mother of God and Satan, and not Wanda. God and Satan are pissed off. God's like, bro, let Zera through so they can have a fair fight. And the Mother of Existence is like, silence both of you. It's just pure chaos. Terry's coming over. He's like, Al, this is all because of you. You caused this. You caused this to happen to my family. Why couldn't you have just stayed dead and buried? Terry says, was it some kind of elaborate revenge scheme because I married your old wife and because I made her happier than you ever did? And that's pretty harsh words to say to Spawn, man. I would not be saying that. Not a good idea. But anyway, Terry's like this close, and he pinches his fingers together, to losing his mind. Then Cyan notices that something's wrong with his mother, or with her mother. And Spawn and Terry rush into the room realizing that Wanda is about to shoot herself. And then she pulls the trigger. Now the Mother of Existence knows that if Wanda killed herself, then Spawn would lose the will to fight. So, the Mother of Existence stops time and gives Spawn a chance to save Wanda. And he does, obviously. Wanda pretty much can't handle the pain of knowing that her twins are not hers. So, the Mother of Existence wipes out her memory and everyone else's memory of the twins. Spawn then asks the Mother of Existence to just save the world then, if she has the power to do this. And she says, no, you must earn that. You must fight for that. And you must go and fight my disciple. So, Spawn's gonna have to go and fight the disciple. But Spawn's like, that's in the dead zone though. I'll lose all my powers. And the Mother of Existence is like, not anymore. So, now Spawn's pretty much immune to dead zones. So there's that. And Spawn's gonna get ready to go and fight him. But, Spawn has to remember one thing. Bootsy. Now, I don't know if you guys remember Bootsy, but he was here a long time ago. And before he went, he said that Spawn has to keep the child close. The child is connected to Spawn. And Spawn says, Christopher? And then the Mother of Existence is like, no, Cyan. You see, Cyan was the child that Spawn was originally supposed to have with Wanda, but Terry had instead. And Spawn's like, yeah, that makes fucking sense. But Cyan also has a purpose, and in order for her to fulfill that purpose, Spawn must reveal his true self to her. So Spawn goes to Cyan and he tells her that terrible things are about to happen. And Cyan knows, she already has heard this from Grandma Blake, because Grandma Blake is very religious. And then Spawn says, but you have to know the true side, you have to know who I really am. And Cyan's like, yeah, Grandma says you're an angel. And he's like, no, I'm a monster, as bugs swarm all over Cyan. Then she says, you're not a monster, you're Al Simmons. And he says, you're a very brave girl. And she said, not really, they're just bugs. Spawn says he's sorry for having to do that. And she says, I know I'd be safe anyway, you'd never hurt me. That's why you're here, right? Is to protect people. And Spawn says, yes, that's why I'm here. And he says, but soon you're gonna have to do something very important. And she's like, okay, well, what am I gonna have to do? And he's like, I don't know yet. You'll know when the time comes. Then he sees it is happening. Everyone who has believed in God or has worshipped God is now going up into the sky. Grandma Blake is now going into the sky. You see, she has imagined this day for a long time, that all of them would go to the sky, to the pearly gates of heaven. They'll all be young, they'll all reunite together, and they'll all be whole together. Granny Blake gets to heaven, and then she hears God's voice, and realizes he sounds like a child. And she's like, that's kind of weird. And he's like, what, you're disappointed? And she's like, no, it's just, I'm still blind. I thought I wouldn't be blind. And he's like, oh, I can fix that. Close your eyes, make a wish, and sing hallelujah. And she opens her eyes, being not blind anymore, and she realizes the real look of heaven, and it does not look how she imagined. And that wraps up Spawn issue number 159. Like the video if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, don't be a pussy. Like the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.